Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Coping with Life, Disabled and Mentally Ill. I'm your host, Scott. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday. Well, I'm feeling a lot better. I still have a cough that just won't go away. But so far, so good. I am resting. I am trying to take care of myself. And try not to go crazy. I think that's a little too late for that, but I hope everybody is well. I want everybody to know that you're loved, and I'm proud of you. And tell the people in your life that they matter, that you love them, that, things will get better. But I do apologize that it is a few weeks away, but since it is what it is, I want to talk about my Seattle trip because I learned so much and I processed things, and so I went to Seattle. Words are hard. So I went to Seattle on a Friday, and the first concert of Metallica was Friday, and then the second one was Sunday. So I flew into Seattle. Well, so I woke up early, 3 in the morning, had to get to the airport because I had a very early flight. And I planned everything, and so I went, and then I got on the train to get to the airport. And halfway to the airport, my brain goes, did I leave the fan on? I hope I didn't leave my fan on. And so a couple more stops go by, and I'm like, I really do not want to go back. But, I can't afford to have my fan going on while I'm gone for 4 days. So, I am... So I head back. So I get off, wait for the train going the opposite way, and I'm like, I was stressed. I was dealing with a lot of things, but so I get back to my apartment. Fan's not on. So now I am heavily behind schedule. So I'm stressed. I'm having an anxiety attack. I'm panicky. And so I go and make my way back and head toward the airport. And I get there and then I go through security and TSA and give my passport, and then go to my gate. And just making time, good. Now I'm flying, and then so now I get to Seattle. Now I have to get to the hotel. So the original hotel that I booked a week before this trip, they canceled on me and so I got a new hotel that was pretty far away, but it just turned out to be good. Just had to make certain choices, and so I go, and it was good, and I got there about 10 in the morning, and knowing that, doors don't open till 4, and, check-in's not until 3 for hotel. But I went in, and they're like, oh, we can definitely early check you in. That is definitely not an issue. You've already paid and everything. It's like, oh, cool. And so I got to rest before making my way to downtown Seattle, which was a great experience. I love Seattle. And doing it this way, I've learned so much, and I'm always somebody who loves learning stuff and going, oh, okay, this is a good thing. And so I went. First, I laid down for a bit because this could just be long. And so I go to see their Mammoth was good, and Pantera was great. That was cool. And then Metallica, that one, which is amazing. I'm a big Metallica fan. And, it's this entire trip was 2 years in the making. And it's one of those things where I've never really made plans like 2 and something years ahead like this. Buying Metallica tickets and then just booking everything. Just fascinating, the stuff that I learned, being, with everything, life experiences, and that's what I'm chasing now in life, is I want experiences, I want to do amazing things, and, so Metallica was amazing, and then I had to leave a little bit early because I which I'm okay with. I'm happy with my decision, but it was so amazing. And then knowing that I get to do this on Sunday, with a totally different set list. And, you know, I'm not going to go through all the songs that they played because my memory and for many different reasons. But fantastic. So happy to have marked that off my bucket list. Saturday, I was not feeling well. I recorded my episode. I was I was not feeling well. And for what I know now, I I was getting sick, even though I didn't really get super sick until Monday. But I rest on Saturday, and just not feeling very well. You know, a lot of walking, and watched some college football, which was interesting. And then Sunday. And Sunday was good. And I kind of just chilled, and you know, normally when I do things, you know, I put a lot of pressure on myself. You know, I have to, you know, get to places early. I need to get in line. I'm like, you don't know. I'm good. I'm gonna just go right before doors open. And essentially that's what I did. And I just went, okay, so Sunday, the opening bands were Ice Nine Kills and Five Finger Death Punch, which is great bands for me, and they were amazing. And then night two of Metallica, which was, you know, they played so many songs that I'm so glad that I got to see live, and being up in the nosebleeds, and it was a great experience. And so, you know, I got back to my hotel, and then I joined listening to a few people conversation about nothing before I had to leave. But I got to my hotel, and knowing that, okay, I need sleep, and you know, make my way to the airport. And I'm stressed. I'm going through many different things. And, normally I, you know, go back to like last year and Taylor Swift. I flew into Seattle, went to the show, went to the airport, and, basically bullet trained the entire thing. And this I'm just, you know, taking things easy and just going with the flow. And, you know, I just, waking up is I'm like, I'm not feeling the best on Monday. And I go, oh, okay, you know what? I need to get to the airport. And then just things that are happening that I'm not the best with. I went to the dumpster, threw my trash out for the food and stuff that I had. And so I made I checked out of my hotel room, which amazing people. And, I'm going to be honest, probably the next time I go to Seattle for a couple of days, may consider this hotel because those people were amazing. But I was just a lot of stress and things, and I packed in my backpack. And so I eventually got to the airport, and it being about 11 in the morning, and I have about 4 hours to kill. No, 5. Because I can't math. I do apologize. I can't math. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm at this point, because I was going to go into Seattle and do a few things and then make my way back to the airport about 2. But, from 8 in the morning to 9 in the morning to 10 to now 11, I am slowly deteriorating. I'm like, oh, I think I'm getting sick. And I didn't know that it was going to kick my butt as much as it did basically the entire month of September. And my throat is still, and I still have a nagging cough. So it was a rough month, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to that. So I just go and I check in and I find my seat by my gate that will be after going through security, which was a good process. And I'm like, okay. And so here I am, slowly getting really sick. And flight good. I get to Portland, go on the light rail to get back home. And that is when my body is really deteriorating. Like, I need to get home. And basically stuff like that. And I get home and I get sick and and then the flu just continued to kick my butt. But all in all, it was a great experience. And I really am glad that that is done, that I have that experience and all the knowledge that I learned. Like, I learned so much. And there, I know this is weird, but I'm going to be talking about it so much in the coming weeks. So, but I learned so much, and some of the things that I learned, and so I'm sitting at my gate, and now, mainly where I'm going and watching the planes take off, but there was this one which I'm watching, and I started laughing because here I am sitting ready to go back home, and just the universe is saying, well, coming up next is trip to Japan, because the JAL, Japan Airlines, I saw the JAL, which here I'm at the Delta Gate and just seeing that taxi and then take off. I'm like, yep, that's the next trip. And I get to go back to Seattle twice for that trip, so yay. But a lot of the things that I learned is stuff that I will be able to use for that Japan trip, which I still have so much to do and a lot of planning, but being almost October, it's coming up quick. Still a couple months away, but just, knowing that I have this to get through and more experiences. And now I have that I'm looking forward to, and just trying to be the best me possible. And I hope you are the best you possible as well. But with that said, thank you for being amazing, and thank you for hearing me about Metallica ramble. Which is more about the trip itself, because, you know, normally I would go through everything about, you know, the show, but both nights meant a lot to me, and, you know, I kind of just want to keep those memories, you know, here and not, you know, go through everything and just talk about the trip. Hopefully that's okay with you. But know that I love you, and no matter what you're going through, you are the best. Thank you. And I'm spreading all the love, all the positivity to you. Stay amazing. Tell the people in your life you love them, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. And try chasing your dreams, do what you want, knock things off your bucket list. And you know what? I'm going to say this before there, because I mean this, you know, if I were to die, you know, tomorrow or on my way to Japan or on the way back, I will die happy. And I will tell you why. Knowing that, you know, the last dying breath was me being able to plan for this trip that I have been wanting to do my entire life. And yeah, it's not the ideal situation because, you know, I am who I am. And, you know, going solo and dealing with a lot of stress. But I want to be positive. But, you know, if I were to die, I would be happy that, you know, my final days were planning for something that I was really excited about. And I'm very grateful for that. You know, that's just where my mindset is. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but, you know, I can't control what I can't control. So live your life the best you can, and thank you so much for joining me. Until next week, which I got nothing. I don't know what next week's going to bring, because, you know, so I'm excited. I'm excited for next week, because I don't know what next week's going to be about. So I love you all. Hopefully I made you smile, and hopefully you can make somebody else smile and share the love. I am coping with life, disabled and mentally ill. Your host, Scott. And I bid you all adieu.